Hi, I'm Ernie Medina with TRB, and today I want to highlight one of the many anti-gun bills that are currently being proposed in Congress, or actually being worked on right now in this current session of Congress. The one I'd like to highlight is actually H.R.130, and I'm going to read it here for just a second so that way I get the verbiage correctly. But H.R.130, the headline of it is to require the safe storage of firearms and ammunition, and to require the investigation of reports of improper storage of firearms or ammunition. This is currently being posed and drafted by Representative Jackson Lee Sheila out of Texas. Now, the verbiage again on this particular bill is not done yet, but simply from the headline or the title of it by itself, is a little bit disturbing in the sense of if there is a rule or a law about the proper storage of firearms and ammunition, what would that mean? Now, being in California, we know a lot about the state laws with regards to proper storage of firearms and ammunition. You know, we've had that or some version of that on the books for quite some time. On the federal level, what that would mean is that there'd have to be some regulation of how you must store your firearms, how you must store your ammunition. There could be some verbiage as to what condition your firearm must be stored, meaning you cannot put it in the safe with a round in the chamber and ammunition inserted or anything like that. But the verbiage in and of itself, the headline, is disturbing in that they're going to go into how they want you to store your firearm. Now, if we look at recent laws and bills that have been passed in this topic, most of them have the flavor of the firearm must be unloaded, ammunition separate, and then in the safe. And it has to be in a lock safe of some kind. Now, any defender, anybody that knows their way around firearms knows that having a firearm in a safe that's either in the garage, in some other part of the house, or what have you, is not a rapid deployable type defense mechanism if someone is breaking into your home or causing you harm. It is a very slow process. Now, there are many, and thankfully there are many different mechanisms that one could put bedside that would properly store that firearm bedside, which is all well and good. But the fact that you may have to store that firearm bedside unloaded is another thing as well. So getting into how one stores a firearm is not something that we particularly like, as well as ammunition. Now, if we're getting into the realm of storing ammunition in a certain way, now, again, being from California, we're very familiar with how we have to buy ammunition with regards to the DROs, the dealer record of sale process, and the background check. But with regards to storage of ammunition, in other states that don't have that, or at least not yet, what about storage of ammunition? If that ammunition gets stolen or what have you, in order for that to be recorded or have a safe storage component, the state or the Fed would need to know what you have in order to determine whether it was stored properly or improperly. So there's some things around that there that, again, are somewhat disturbing at this point in time, again, as the verbiage is not out yet. Now, all of this is just a little bit of deduction from my part. I'm inferring, based on what I've read from the headline, that this bill, what's coming out with it, it could be a little bit unsettling for law-abiding gun owners that want to have a firearm for their home and personal defense, and might make it a lot more austere and arduous to store and have those firearms in their possession. So be on the lookout for the verbiage for H.R. 130. Make sure you read it in its entirety, and depending on where you stand with it, make sure that your voice is heard to your local representative of how you feel about 130, and make sure that you make every action to have your representatives vote the way you want them to. Another thing about the safe storage of a firearm, this bill H.R.130, is the enforcement of it. We have another bill that is currently being proposed and drafted about the expansion of the ATF agents up to 200 more agents. We're talking about enforcement, but when it comes to the proper storage of firearms and ammunition, what does that mean with regards to, say, the inspection? Is it possible that with these two bills in conjunction, that your firearms and or ammunition can be inspected at any time? What are the parameters around that? Do they need warrants? Is there probable cause? All those things. One thing to note where they don't need probable cause, they don't need a warrant to search your vehicle. Something that I've learned recently is when stopping at, say, an agricultural checkpoint coming into California, there is no warrant required to search or inspect the vehicle for agricultural items that might be harmful to the ecological environment of the state. So where people have gotten hung up at some of these agricultural checkpoints is that it's not a search, it's not a Fourth Amendment thing, but in the state law, they are allowed to inspect. Is that same verbiage going to find its way into H.R. 130 with regards to inspection? So look for those words and look for those things as this bill comes out and this develops, because this could be potentially, again, austere or just difficult for law-abiding gun owners. Like this video, be sure to register and sign up for our next CCW class, and we look forward to training with you.